we can just. Hello everyone. This is Silmyi from Brand Geeks Inc. I'm the Chief Geek of Brand Geeks Inc. And today I'm super excited to have Michael Chuah from Michael Chuah Design back in our fourth session of Sembang Kreatif.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, please play the intro. All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to Sembang Kreatif. Like I said earlier, we've got Michael Chuah here from Michael Chuah Design, and welcome everyone to this chilly, moody, cloudy Friday evening. I hope the traffic jam in KL is not so bad. I am happily outside of KL already. I did have a meeting earlier. So hello, Michael. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Okay. Before we go into the introductions, I'm just gonna share with everyone how I actually met Michael. If people remember, Deepavali weekend was a public holiday, and everybody was sibuk balik kampung and traveling. So I stupidly thought that KL would be clear of any traffic jam, and wanted to bring my daughter to Zoo Negara. But then there was a massive jam there, and then I actually remembered that, hang on, there's a really cool exhibition that's happening at A Space Gallery. So we headed over there. Lo and behold, the exhibition already finished. But Michael, you were there. Thank you for being there, man. It was really awesome to still see the exhibitions that were still around in the gallery, and actually have a nice chat with you about your exhibition and your work. So maybe a quick introduction about yourself, Michael.
Yep. I'm Michael Chuah. I'm from KL, and I've been working as a comic artist since 2001. And since then, I also, other than comics, I also explore into toy design, illustrations, and the most recent year I've been exploring into NFT market as well. So
Wow.
that,
Okay.
and then as you mentioned that last month actually did a solo show in KL. So that it's been a while to having a show in Malaysia.
Tell me a little bit. Let's take things one by one in terms of the exhibition. Let's talk about the exhibition first. I've got a little bit here. I don't know whether people can see or no because of my virtual background. But this is what I got from your exhibition. This is
Yes.
basically one of your merchandise, and the
Merchandise.
character is Yuurei Neko Sama. Is that correct? Am I saying this correct? Sorry,
Correct.
if you got wrong way around, man. Yeah, there you
Correct.
go. Is that correct? Yuurei Neko Sama. What does that mean?
Yes.
Tell us about Yuurei Neko Sama.
Yuurei means ghost, like spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and Neko is cat, and Sama we will call it as like a Mr. Ghost Cat.
Mr. Ghost Cat. Okay, that's
Yes.
cute.
This is actually
So,
a character that I designed in 2016. Yes, then it's actually a
do
ghost
you do you
cat.
have do you have a sample of maybe you want to share how it looks like, how Yuurei Neko Sama looks like?
I don't have it with me right now.
You've got it on your presentation, right?
Yes.
So when I had a look, it was really cute, and it really gave me some interesting vibes. Let's go into what kind of vibes we're talking about specifically. But yeah, is one of those very unique designs and has a signature style.
Mm,
Maybe you can share with us how our Mr. Ghost Cat looks like.
okay. I think we can start from how I actually start doing comics,
Hmm.
and then we will further to the Yuurei Neko
Sure,
Sama
sure,
thing.
sure.
So as I've tried to be in all the social media, so you can actually look for me in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. So all these platform, I'll try my
And
best
Medium
to.
as well.
Yeah, Medium as well, but Medium I kind of like slow
Yeah.
down. So I'm
All
trying
right.
to be everywhere. So I just started, as I mentioned, started in 2001. Then the very first comics that I did is called Gengkey, which is actually serialized in this local magazine called Gengkey magazine.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Gempa is basically one of the leading comics, right?
yes,
In the local scene. Yeah. Cool.
yeah. One of the leading one. So but currently they all they all changed into online platform instead of like the
Sure.
physical magazine. So we don't get magazine nowadays. So they're
I
all focus on graphic novel for the moment. And in 2001, I got the opportunity to work in this publication, and like working there for like half a year as a comic assistant, I start to do my own character, and
mm-hmm.
I show to the boss and the comic editor, and they say is potential, so they allow me to start doing these comics, which is a red head kids called Loki,
Yeah.
and then with
So
another
it's
two
called Loki.
Loki, yes.
This is
Even
nothing to
though
do
his
with
name
Marvel
is
Loki, right?
no, it's not that Loki. It's Lowkey. So even though
Okay.
he's like the name is like Loki, but he's a very noisy character in the comics.
Uh-huh.
And there's
Uh-huh.
another two character called Paul and Amin. So they are his friend. And this is
All
some of
right.
the cover art that I did for the graphic novel. Because I graduate in graphic design. So before I become a comic book artist, I actually wanted to become a graphic designer to
Mm-hmm.
design a cover and also design the best typeface to use. So all this while, all the comic covers, I would do the composition myself. So this is some of
Nice.
the cover art, and this also the cover art as well. As you can see,
I noticed
the
the styles are all very different, though.
sorry.
The styles are all very different.
Yeah. Because in the early days, the character is in a round shape. It's very short, but later on, I start to like evolve, and then the shape getting longer, and the face it has a curve there,
How
and
long was the transition, Michael,
it took
from the
me like
early look?
like 2 years. 2 years.
Okay.
The fun part working in Compa is that you get to meet a lot of different comic book artists. So there's a lot of things to learn
Yep.
from them. Yeah. So I learn some style from there, and yeah, that's how they start evolve, and my works are
Okay.
very heavily influenced by graphic. So you can see that there's a lot of like graphic element in the drawing. And then later on I got the opportunity to publish a character book, which is actually compile all the characters that appear in this Gengkey comics. And I personally I love to draw character, so I has been drawing like maybe like 1,000 plus character throughout this year. So this is like 100 of the characters, and I'm lucky
So,
enough to have the support from the publication that they actually make this character from 2D into like a vinyl figure. Yeah, it currently become a very rare item for collector. So this is the color version, and then the black and white version. Then later on, as I'm still working in comics, so I start to and one of the comic form that I love is 4 panel comics, which is
uh-huh.
more
Uh-huh.
towards like humor. So I did this office survival. So basically, is like office story about workers and boss, things like that.
Yeah.
So so this
Is the boss based on a real life boss, Michael?
is some of it, some story. So I actually make the boss is like a foot. It's a pao.
Yeah, yeah,
The pao head.
yeah.
And then the panda is the worker, and then he's in a panda form. He only when
Yes.
he sleep he become a human, but
All
no one
right.
actually see him in human form. So he's been working OT all the time. So that's how
Uh-huh.
the story start. And yeah, this also is in 4 panel comics, and it's serialized in Tapas, one of the online platform, and actually published four books, 4 volume.
Nice.
Yeah, so I make into figures in 2016. Um, then I also did some variant color things like that.
Yeah. Tell me the process between Gengkey and Office Survival. What's the major difference in terms of how you come up with the creative, the storyline, etc.
Um,
In terms
working
of the
on
format?
working on Gengkey is like, because I'm very new in the market, so I'll try to explore as many. It's also like a single it's not like a continuous story. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
episode that end standalone. So every episode I would put in as many characters as I like, because I like to draw character. That's why I like to put in a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
characters. And it also, at that time, is more like experimental with all kinds of like topic
Maybe
from.
we can go back to the Genki just now, because I'm really interested to kind of explore how you come up with the different. I mean, what's the inspiration behind each of the characters? You said just now got Loki, got Thor.
And yes,
Where do you draw the inspiration from?
I would say that original is in skin color. Then I
Hmm.
tell the comic editor that I didn't want it to be like in skin color. It is so common, and at that time
Hmm.
I'm very obsessed with Hellboy, my Mignola Hellboy.
Oh,
So I want the main character to be in red color.
to be red lah.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I have a
You
little.
got a fan there. So
Yes,
Taufik is
thanks for
meeting.
coming. So
Thanks
so
Taufik for the comment.
as most of the main character, they are they don't there's more, it's more like whenever they decide to do something, they don't think of the consequences. So
Hmm.
Loki is those character, and Apo is someone that's opposite of him. Is someone is
Which
very
one is up
calm.
for?
Paul is the blue color with the
All
yellow
right, all
hair.
right, all right.
Someone
Yeah,
is
I'm
very.
showing my age lah. The fact that I didn't read Gempak in my childhood.
You're so
But it's
young.
okay. It's never too late, right, Michael, to pick it up.
Yes,
I
yes,
hope.
yes, yes. Then Amin is the guy with green color.
Okay,
So he's the guy also like,
okay. I
not.
mean, is it?
Amin is the green color character. So he's a guy that
Yeah.
never afraid of anything and always curious of new stuff. Yeah. So basically the story will be surrounding with things that I like toys, graffiti, skateboard, hip hop music, things like that. So as you can
Mm.
see, as my graphic is mostly is surround with those elements.
And I
Yeah.
think it because Gempak readership is pretty wide. And so this must have resonated with kids across all cultures, right? So I take it that it is translated into multiple languages and things like that. So, but the storyline was still interesting for any kid to pick up.
Yes. Yes, it's in BM, it's in English and also in Mandarin. Yeah.
Okay. How long did Genki continue in Gempak?
I the store lately I've been actually reissue, not issue, right? I continue to draw Genki in a four panel comics.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called Lawak Gengkey. So it's
Mm-hmm.
slightly different format from the previous one. Yes.
Oh, so it's still going on.
Yes.
Awesome. And how long has it been for this one?
This one is almost like 20 years ago.
Wow. Okay. So you have kids that by now will
Yes,
be
they are
adults
all
and maybe
father
starting
and
family. Yeah.
yeah, yes.
Wow, that is damn impressive, man. I mean, because if you're talking about touching generations, is no mean feat for an artist to actually be able to cut across multiple generations. I really hope that it will then continue to the grandson or granddaughter, and not just the second generation lah. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Um,
It's good that to
yeah,
see
yeah.
those.
Let's go back
Yeah,
to the. No, carry on. Sorry, Michael, I interrupted you.
yeah. It's good to see like the I mean the fans from very young, and then when they have become adult, they bring their children to maybe to my show, and we have a good chat. So it's very good to have that. It's like someone that accompany you, reading your works throughout
Hmm.
the time. Yeah.
But 20 years later, I'm not letting go of Gengkey yet. But 20 years later, when you're continuing to draw and write new stories and new scenarios, what's the difference between then? Because 20 years ago was a different world, right? It was a
Yes,
world
definitely.
before smartphones. Maybe the internet also was still very new, and as you said, things were still being printed in magazines or in comics, that kind of thing. So how is it different now?
Uh,
Your in terms of how you write the story or what's your reference points?
as I have to start playing TikTok as well. So I have to know
That's why
what
lah.
happened with the youngster.
Okay. So it's not like Michael is being very, very OTT and wanting to put yourself out there. Actually, it's research for you.
Yeah, I have to learn. I have to learn the new things that the young kids will do. So as because the old comics there's no handphone at all. But
Yep, yep.
the new one, the Lawa Gengkey will have a lot of like stories about how kids using phone and social
Mm,
media, things like that. There's a lot of different meme to play with. So I have to like keep update with all this information.
nice. It's a lot like how the long going comics from the Western world, right? The like the Simpsons, like
Mm,
South Park. They can still go on forever for and ever, and they just keep updating the storyline with new references. But the key, the core characteristics and how they behave still tend to be based on who the characters are over the years, lah.
yes, true.
Okay. Has any of your fans actually expressed which one is their most favorite, or have they done like cosplay or things like that?
So far, no. It good to paint themselves in color, I think.
Hey, they do that what?
Hope to see maybe in coming Comic Festa.
Yeah, let's challenge topic to cosplay as Loki lah.
Yeah. Hope to see them do that.
Okay, all right. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about office survival. Just now you were saying that it kind of represents the common man, right? The office worker.
Yes.
That's why
So
he has. Why the panda though? Why panda? What's the significance of him appearing as a panda?
panda is okay as we all when we are so tired or we didn't rest enough, we will have this like this eye
Panda
bag
eyes.
thing. Panda
Yeah.
eye, it will be have panda. So it's actually inspired from there. So that's the only animal, I think, only animal in the comics.
Okay, but that one is just how he appears to people, right? He's not really a panda lah, but he appears as a panda, right? You were saying.
Disappear in the panda lah. He because he
Yeah.
need to like overtime, but only when he sleep he turn back to human lah. So in the comics,
Okay.
no one actually know his real face.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Okay, okay. So again, where did the inspiration come for this?
I actually resigned from Gempa in 2007, and I start
Okay,
my own studio. At the same time, I also deal with a lot of different boss, a different company, things like that. So yeah, that's where I actually pick up ideas from there, and also like some of my friend experience about about the working
crazy boss.
experience. Yeah, so I like to listen stories. So I think I also
Yeah.
thought of that their story is, even though the story is very painful, but it's kind of funny to turn into
But
comics.
other people's pain is always funny, what?
Yeah. so
I'm sure
so
if you talk to my staff, then you can get lots of ideas, lah, Michael.
yeah, that's where I turn all the story into comics. Mm.
Okay, okay, okay. So is this still going on?
This one currently put on hold. Put on hold.
Okay.
Yeah, hope I get to like do a comeback with a compilation. So yeah.
I have to say again, comparing to one of the more global comic strips, Dilbert has been going on for forever,
Mm, mm.
trying to tap into the whole office culture and stupid boss and crazy workmates and things like that. How is it that yours is different from what we've seen in Dilbert before?
I think it's maybe it's more Asian.
Hmm.
I mean, like Asian and Western, the working style is very different.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Yep.
so
Yep.
that's slightly different. Mm.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Cool. 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 So what was your project after this? Once you stopped Office Survival?
I stopped Office Survivor. This is the packaging and showcase in some of the. Yeah,
2018, huh?
I make the panda into fabric form.
Uh-huh.
Uh-uh. Then this is one of the another short comics, the Never Ending Tales, which is like a single page comics. It's about two characters, the Teddy B and Ralph, which is a giraffe. They will
Mm.
take a plane and travel to planet to meet different friends. So this is single page comics. This is a comics that I did in 2007 after I resigned from the publication. So he also made into vinyl figure as well.
Yeah.
This different color, and I actually got an opportunity to do a Halloween theme in Hong Kong in one of the shopping
Uh-huh.
mall called Domain. So they actually
Ah, this
built
is in Hong Kong.
a life size, not even life size. It's very big.
This is
Uh,
not life size. This is big.
this is
This is
this is very big. So this is considered the very first time I have my character in a shopping mall.
Wow. Nice, nice, nice.
So it's something very fun to explore. This is in 2014. Yeah.
I can see in terms from a visual perspective that the earlier what you shared just a few pages ago, the
Mm.
color palette seemed to be different from every pane. Why did you do that? If you the
Uh,
ones that you showed the single pane, not this one, the earlier,
you mean this one
the
or
one
this one?
before. Yeah, this one because this one and the one before they're all different color schemes. Why
Yes,
is
yes.
that?
This is one of my I would say my habit. Whenever I do a color combination, I will pick three color
Mm,
as the main compositions. Mostly will be like two warm color and one cold color, or maybe two cold
mm.
color with one warm color, and I will just use these three color to do the color to do the balance do the balance. So you will see
So
that
it's very different from Genki, right? Genki just now
yes,
is
yes, yes.
very vibrant.
Genki is more like a lot of mix. I'm like
Yes.
trying to learn a lot of different color combination, and this the Never Ending Tales is more like I already know how to play with the color. So this is some of the like the right color will be in a very pastel color in a
Yes.
pink and a little bit of like everything is in a very warm color, and like this juice will be like a brown color with red and also yellow. So this will be the three color combination.
How do you decide then? Is it based on the storyline,
Uh, based based on the mood.
right? The mood of the story, right?
Yes. I learned a lot of this from Hellboy, the colorist.
Ah, okay.
Dave Dave.
Yeah, because you see that a lot in movies. The color grading essentially is done for a purpose. How they want
Mm,
to set the mood, whether it's something serious or happy or bright or mysterious. So they play with the color grade of the scenery.
yes.
And I guess with comics you can do the same pretty much with the color palette that you choose.
Mm.
Okay, cool. Is this something that you teach as well in because you're teaching at what's the academy called? The Animation Academy that you teach at?
Asterix
Asterix.
Academy.
Yeah.
Yes. I would actually tell the students to study colors.
Hmm.
It depends.
How do
Like
you do that?
okay, like main character normally will be in most of the main character in manga. It will always be in warm color. It will be always in red. Like maybe let's say Power Ranger, the main character will always be in red. Like
Uh-huh.
let's say like Naruto, it will be in yellow. A lot of the main
Yeah.
character will be in a bright color, and then the second character will be in a cold color like blue, purple, things like that. And then different character has different different meaning as well. Like maybe
Yep.
blue color is like mystery. Sorry, purple color will be like mystery and or someone that is very confident that they will actually pick purple color. And red normally will someone with anger, things like that, anger and hot blood, things like that. Yeah. So
But
like maybe
if
yellow,
you
someone.
as a reader, as a fan though, would they notice that this color scheme all has a system or has a psychology to it, or is it
It,
something that
it will be like
they
something like it would be something like if you couldn't remember the shape of the character, maybe you're not sure whether it's a dog or it's a cat, but at least you remember the color. Or it's a red color character.
right.
So that's why the color is very important. Even though you couldn't memorize how the shape like, but you at least the color will call your attention.
Because you don't see that in other styles, right? The anime manga kind of style has a lot of this power play, whereas if you look at the okay lah, just for the lack of better reference, the Simpsons and South Park, they don't differentiate their characters. Seems like everybody is yellow, right? Except for the Indian dude who's brown. Right, but they don't do that. Whereas in manga, you're saying that is quite common. Any reason why that is the case?
I think there's still let's say like Ninja Turtle, they're still separate into, even though it's green, but they're still separate into like different green,
Mm.
and each of
But
them like
Ninja Turtles is Japanese origin, right? The
no,
original
it's from
comic.
Western. It's from Western.
Well, Western is it? Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
okay, okay, okay.
Originally, it's all in red. I don't know what I call it. The red,
The
red
mask lah,
hairband.
the mask.
The
Yeah,
masa.
yeah.
The original is in red, but when they do the cartoon version, they separate into four colors, so kids can easily
Mm.
tell like the blue will
Who is
be
who lah? Yeah,
Leonardo,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yellow
yeah.
will be, yeah. So something like that. Mm-mm. So, but the
Okay.
color also represent the personality as well. Like
Mm.
Michelangelo is yellow orange, so he's kind of like playful, very playful character.
Mm.
Then like Leonardo will be in blue, so someone is very calm, someone is like a leader, things like that. So colors
Mm.
will actually represent the personality as well. Mm.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay, so tell us a bit more about Never Ending Tale. So what was the progression for this in terms of how did it go about, and then the exhibition in Hong Kong, what happened there? Tell us a bit more.
Yeah, this is the very first time I have exhibition. I actually doesn't have much experience like what to do there. So yeah, I don't know what to expect. But it's a very good experience to meet a lot of different artists in Hong Kong. So we become friends, and like in the future, I attend their event, or I'll meet them in the toy convention as well. So we will keep in touch from there. But I didn't actually did a lot of planning on this character, so it didn't actually um, further develop as I didn't plan it well. So
What are the different characters though? Before we go into Ton Im, what are the different characters? Yeah, because again, I find it fascinating. Why we invited you is because throughout your body of work, there's an endless, I don't know, unlimited imagination as to the different characters. So tell us what each one is about. What's the inspiration there,
yeah,
and what is the
it
interesting thing
actually
about them?
it actually started when I was a kid. Um, whenever we went to like toy department, whenever we wanted to pick up some toys that we like, my dad always say, uh, he doesn't allow me to pick the good guy. He always say, get the villain. Then I say,
Wow, serious
I don't
ah?
want villain. I don't want villain. It's so ugly. Then he say, the villain has a very cool design. It's rather than you buy a human face. So
Okay.
so so as my collection, there's a lot of like Darth Vader,
Ah,
all those like creepy character from Star Wars. So I don't have when I play the action figures, I don't have story to tell because there's no good guy in it. So
yeah.
I have to plan something like there's some like a good guy, he become a spy and going to like the empire base, things like that, having a mission, things like that. So that's how I actually start to learn to tell story. And back
All
then
right.
I also watch a lot of like TV series like in the old days like Twilight Zone and Amazing Stories. So all these
Yeah.
stories is very short, but it has some very fun, very weird character in it. So I like those kind of element. And when
Did
I
you
grew
watch
up,
cartoons when you were a kid?
cartoon, yes, of
Did
course.
you?
Like Transformer, Mars, those.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Definitely a kid of the 80s lah.
yeah, yes.
But how
so so
did the influence follow through though to your professional work from your childhood? Did it is this inspired by what you experienced during your
okay.
childhood?
the the one of the mangaka that influenced me the most is Tezuka, Osamu
Mm-hmm.
Tezuka, the god of manga, and who
Mm.
did the Astro Boy, Blackjack.
Yes.
So
Astro Boy, I
my
know.
my father and my mom are his also big fans of his work. So basically they collect
Ah.
all his work. And as we know, the comic artist that he doesn't really just draw one type of like genre. So it's from very kid story to very adult story. He actually explore all the different story. So I read all of them, and I'm always amazed how he can write such an amazing story. Yeah.
So
So
your
so
dad never wanted you to be accountant lah. That one never was never on the books at all.
never
You
on the boat, never. My father and my mom is very different from the traditional one. So they
exactly.
every weekend they will bring me to comic books shop to buy comics.
Ah.
Yeah. So and also like um I read US comics as well, because my father is a big fan of Frank Frazetta, so and Simon Bisley in the old days, and myself, I pick up a lot of comics from Image as well, so like Tom McFarlane, Jim Lee, those. I actually learned two style like those Japan drawing and also like Western drawing. Yeah, so
the Western styles as well. Yeah. So Manisa has a question. Must be referring to your earlier conversation that you only had the bad guys in your collection, right? So then you turn the bad guys to become good guys.
Yes.
So I think we'll pick this up again when we talk about Tun Mahathir. Okay, let's leave that for now. But I still want to understand, Michael. Each and every character is so different, and I'm so fascinated. It's not just the colors or the shape or even the species, but I'm sure the character as well. So maybe you can run through what each one is about.
Okay, this is actually the character that I did, and I turned them into like a Halloween costume. Like the top left is actually a scarecrow.
It looks like a lion.
It's like a lion. It's a lion. It's a lion that turned into like Two-Face. Then Two-Face, then the red, like the rabbit, it has 3 eye and it has two face and 3 eye, 2 mouth, and 3 ears. And then there's one. I'm not sure what character is this. There's a death, god of death. Some walking pumpkins and some. There's a bat cat. Then there's a one mummy guy. And at the bottom will be one crow. As we all know, that most of the horror movie will have crow. So this is all the Halloween element.
Okay. All right, now let's talk about Tun Mahathir. Since Manisa asked about good guys turn to villain turn to good guys. Again, we don't want to get political in this show today, even though we've got GE coming up in the next couple of weeks. But this is definitely interesting. Can I just ask, for these real people, do you need to get permission? Alamak. Michael, are you there?
Wait, is the slide?
Hello. All right. I'm not sure whether I'm the problem or Mike is on Mike's side. Let's see where we are. Can I get a message from our producer side? Hello. Looks like I'm here. Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Sorry. Got disconnected. No worries. I think Ton M is listening somehow to our session. I was about to talk about him. Oh, now I'm scared, man. Okay. Let's share your.
Yes,
your
I'll share again.
That's a really awesome collection behind you, by the way. I'm sure it took years to collect.
Yeah, I'm accidentally pick up Power Ranger Megazord, then I start to buy it, start to collect it. Okay, let's get back to the.
So my question about real life people, do you actually have to ask permission from the person?
You're supposed to get the permission from the person, as I don't have the connection as well, and I don't have the and I don't have the budget to pay him as well. So, but I didn't actually produce in a very big quantity. It's in a very small quantity, just to to do a very iconic character in Malaysia, as
Yeah.
a character that most people know about. So this is
Well,
2000.
love him or hate him, you cannot ignore him lah. You cannot deny his impact to the country, and
Yes,
some
yes,
people will
yes.
argue certain parts of the world as well, global affairs. But yeah, so how did you go about creating this version of Tun M?
And I realized that there's a lot of people doing like Trump character.
Hmm.
So I was thinking, can I do Tunem in a vinyl figure form, as I don't see anyone is doing it, and also he's a character that when I was kid I heard his name, and when I grow up, I still heard his name, and
Oh yes, for sure.
even he's so old right
We
now,
grow
and
old
he's
also, we
doing
still hear
something.
his name.
Yeah,
But I
it's
don't
someone
see
that
him
you.
running lah this time around.
Mm-mm. So it's a very iconic character. So I decide to make it into a figure. So this is the original color, which is in like a normal uniform. Then actually have another form, it's kind of like formal uniform, when he usually wear it when he attend any press conference or things like that. And happen enough to get a group of toy designer and artists to customize the figure and showcase in one of the toy show, TAGCC. And also I did a group show also,
Okay.
custom show, and in Gradia Studio, TDDI.
This is when he was
So
still PM lah. When he was PM
yes,
time around.
yeah, when he's still PM.
Yeah. Yeah, Manisa got another very political question lah. Would these merchandisers attract Gen Z to go out to vote? We're not talking politics today. We don't know. Yeah, do you have an answer, Mike? I don't know.
By the way, and everyone should go to vote, okay?
Yeah. Maybe if we use the merchandise at the polling station, get people to set up store and sell merchandise. You never know, right? Then we use animation to communicate global issues with the next generation. I think that's already happening. Michael, what do you think? Is animation? How can? I'm not going to ask whether or not we should, but how can we use animation to
global issue is like
the younger
global issue
generation?
is what is considered as global issue, and like environment issue, or I think most of the animation has all these topic.
Have you ever considered using your work for I don't want to say political lah, but it is an awesome medium, right? People love comics, whatever age. So in terms of your work, does it matter to you that there is a message that you wanna share that is like a really important environmental or social or whatever, or for you it's really just about storytelling? Which one?
It's more like storytelling. It's like build a world. If you like it, then you can continue read the comics, or like the content that I create. Yeah, but it's definitely things that are like things that I notice, things that happen around me. So I would just put it into the content.
Because from just taking an example, Gengkey and Office Survival and Tun M, for example, what I noticed that what you've done, again, correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, if that was whether you did it on purpose or maybe I'm reading it wrong, but the way you convey the storyline, and there is a message there, but it is not a hard sell. You're not trying to say, oh, go green, save plastic, kind of thing, or whatever social issue of the day. But just like Gengkey, for example, it's really about kids expressing themselves, having fun, being true to their identity. And then you talk about office survival. What I see is the plight of the common man, working until you put a face at the office. People don't know who the true you is. These are social issues, right? These are important issues that matter, but you don't have to kind of put it in big and bold. Treat your workers right, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Right?
I didn't plan it this deep. I just want people to read the content and have fun and have a good laugh, and then
Uh-huh.
it's like something that can cheer you up.
But isn't it true that the best stories, the best characters, and the best storylines are the ones that always are able to resonate with people, and you cannot resonate with people if it doesn't say something about the current situation, right?
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the title that I picked for today was how you create strangely new yet strangely familiar worlds. That's the vibes that I get whenever I see your work. Okay, when it's back, how to make friends and have positive relationships and influence people. Yeah, so that's, I guess, an example of one of the positive messages that you end up putting inside your work, but you don't plan it, lah, Michael.
I
It's not like
actually
an
did
agenda, lah.
a children comics, which is 3 hours to study.
Mm.
The series is like 10 books. It's all about like how a kids can communicate with people, how do they get to like control their emotion, like like teach them how to study, how to
Mm.
make friends, things like that. So that's a short series that I did before.
Mm.
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 But
But the
it's not
power
in this
of
one.
animation and the power of animation, the power of comics, I think, is definitely something that has been around for generations, and each would interpret it in their own time, in their own setting, in their own medium. Now with smartphones and everything is digital, but the characters still need to be as interesting, as vibrant, just like the ones that you're showing us. So I don't know. Maybe I'll let you answer it, Mike, in terms of this particular question. I think we've kind of elaborated quite a fair bit on this, Manisa. I hope you don't mind if we move on. In terms of Tone M characters, again, these are done by just one back. Let's close off on Tone M, Michael. The the ones that Halloween and looking just now, that one not done by you lah, by your collaborators, is it?
The Halloweens, I actually did the design, but Hong Kong will have people to build it.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Now, finally, almost 50 minutes later, when we arrive at Yuurei Neko Sama. Okay. This is what
Yeah.
brought me to meet you in the first place. Yeah. Let's talk about Yuurei Neko Sama.
Okay.
So this is
Yuurei
the
Neko
character.
Sama. Yuurei Neko Sama is a ghost cat, and he has a friend that accompany him, which is a frog. Yeah, so there's actually a backstories about this character, which is the before the cat died, he actually raised by a girl that she has few job, so
Mhm.
she always work overtime and always as exhausted with work, things like that. But whenever when she came back from
Mm.
home, came back from work, the cat is the one that give her comfort. So that's one day that's the story that the girl got so tired and she like overstressed herself and she passed away. And the cat stay with her and and the cat also passed away. So both of them passed away. So
Wow.
when yeah,
What a
that's
tragic
a
start
story
to
lah.
the story.
Yeah, so the cat when he become a ghost, he decided to he wanted to cheer up everyone. That he doesn't want people will end up like his previous master. So he will stay in the world that he will try to cosplay different character to cheer people up. But he doesn't have a smiling
Okay.
face. He's a ghost. He doesn't have a smiling face. So he was always like a very calm face, things like that. So throughout the journey, he will meet a lot of different yokai and also different monster from the Western. So he will make friends with them, things like that.
Mm.
So the frog, he's a very silent character lah. So the frog will be the talking one lah. That's the backstory lah, which I plan to do a children book
Mm.
next year to compound this story. Yeah, it's a sad story. It's a very sad story.
I think this has a potential to be quite powerful, Michael, because this generation of kids that were hit by COVID, they do have trouble expressing themselves. They
Yes,
were in
yes.
lockdown. They were cut off from their friends, cut off from family sometimes when you're on quarantine and things like that. So I love to see how you push this forward for the next Gen Z and Gen Alpha, the kids that are in primary school right now, where a big part of their life. Imagine if you're 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, 2 years of MCO and lockdown and COVID is a big part of your life. And having Yuurei Neko Sama as somebody that has gone through tragedy, but now is determined to help people. It's super powerful, man. Do you have? I hope you have a few more images to share on Yuurei, because when we went to the exhibition, it was fascinating to see the artwork that you did. Do you have it on this slide?
Yes. I have. Yeah, this is some of the yokai that I did. Other than the usual Western and the
Some quite familiar. Yeah,
yes, there's one.
Frankenstein quite familiar.
Yeah. So this is some of the watercolor I did, and this is some of the design. This is actually the Chinese horoscope. This is some in a different form, Daruma. In the Daruma form, this is in also like the Yuurei Neko Sama will actually cosplay different character. And actually, other than the usual 4-inch version, I have a big one. Currently, is in Thailand.
Is that Red Riding Hood?
Then I got the opportunity to work with Taiwan Keshabon company. So we released a small character. Yeah, something like this.
So how many countries is Yuurei now in?
Oh, he traveled more than me. He get to fly
Beyond
to
Malaysia already.
He fly to Mexico, Thailand, Japan, Taiwan, a lot of places that I never been there before. China, yeah. So this is some of the collab project with China. This is
International star lah.
This is also collab with one of my friends.
We've got. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna read out a question from Rais here, Michael. He's also an artist. How do you keep consistent? Because especially I learn something new that I can implement to my work.
Consistent with the visual
How do you
style.
keep your visual style consistency? Yeah. Do you have one style, or do you actually apply different styles for different characters?
I actually have a lot of style. I have a lot of style, but of course, most people will recognize my style as the a brushstroke style. And during MCO, I actually wanted to extend the style. I actually pick up some different media, like I start to paint watercolor. I start to do acrylic as well. So that's I think style wise, my work mostly in cube form, very maybe very graphic form, things like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but one thing
How
is
do you?
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Sorry, carry on, Michael.
I think my style is like combinations of like manga and also like very Western comics. I mean like Western cartoon, like maybe from Nickelodeon, like maybe Powerpuff, that kind of style, or
Papa.
Samurai Jack.
Yeah, yeah.
So and also like very heavily influenced
Samurai
by
Jack different, or
maybe the shape of it.
okay.
I think it's like mixture of two, because as in Malaysia we actually digest a lot of different culture, so we can accept all type of different culture
Correct.
stuff, and it's easier for us to combine things. Yeah, and yeah, but mainly it's very heavily
I
influenced
think
Western
the
cartoon.
beauty is in the magic always happens when you bring different things together, right?
Yes. It's always like mix mash and then boom, new stuff.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any more visuals for
Yeah,
us to have a
this
look?
is
Yep. What's
some of the merch that I
this?
collab with different brand, illustrations, apply on the sketchbook. And last year I didn't get to fly, but I got the opportunity to showcase my work in Taiwan. So this one will be like Yuurei Neko Sama imagine himself as a samurai. So this is some of the work that actually show part of work in my last month show as well. And you can see that I really like cartoons. So there's SpongeBob, there's Adventure
Yeah.
Times, so that this is
Yes.
some of the work
I mean, this
showcase.
is the watercolor approach
Yeah,
that you were saying just now, right? Just now.
yes.
Yeah. Dana said
I,
so
I,
cute.
I
Okay,
never
thank you,
like
Dana, for your comment.
I never like coloring. But during
This is
MCO I
funny
start
coming
to
from
pick
a
up.
illustrator.
Yeah.
During
And
MCO, eh?
yes, and I got the opportunity to collab with Uniqlo, UTME to do the Christmas
Uh,
season. And this is
this
also
is
another event in Guangzhou.
that's that's my challenge. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the Uniqlo become a big balloon
Okay.
character. Sorry. Hello. The internet got interrupt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I back, guys?
Oh, yes. You're back.
Okay. Sorry, my line is. Yeah, I think maybe the rain somewhere in the substation somewhere. So this is the life size one. I was asking the Yuurei normally has a bit of a sad face. Is that because he's a ghost?
I would say he doesn't have much expression. So it really
So that's more
depends
neutral,
on
lah.
It really depends on the person that hold it. When you hold a figure, when you're happy, then the character will look happy. When you're sad, the character will look sad. So it's actually it's like a faceless lah. So it's not faceless lah. It's a no expression, but it depends on your mood lah.
Okay. I'm just checking whether we have any more questions from the audience. From Natalie. Hi, Michael. I really dig your work.
Hello.
Do you have tips on how to build story around a character? What's your thought process like in character development? Now, that's a lot of questions in one question, man. Okay, Michael.
Okay. Build
for the
story.
young talent out there, lah.
I would say that you need to do a lot of readings. Reading is good. Especially reading is very different from like watching anime or movies. It's only words. So a lot of things that you have to imagine yourself. So one of the things is I do a lot of readings. Not just like normal novel. I would read all types of different topic as well. Different topic. So and always like stay curious to everything and ask questions. And definitely when you have questions, of course, the best way is to go YouTube and then look for the answer. And another way to like, because we don't get to get a lot of different experience. So most of the stories I get is from friends. And of course, the fastest way is to watch TV series, and also a good one, good TV series, and also like movies. It will help you to do the character building, something like that.
What's the key to character building, Michael? What's the important thing that you would advise anybody who's interested in your line of work?
Okay, let's say the movie that inspired me, the movie that I love the most and I hate the most is also Star Wars. Yeah. I like the old one. I doesn't like the new one. So
okay, all right.
If you look at Star Wars, you can see that is so many characters, and you can see that there's like Luke Skywalker, there's Darth Vader. Before Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker. You can see that he's actually a good guy turned into bad guy, and then from bad guy he turned into a good guy. So things like that, it's very fun to watch also. And also some other character like let's say like Boba Fett. He's a bounty hunter, but like the most recent TV series, he become like he's not so aggressive anymore. He become a old good guy, things like that. So it's always fun to see characters. I would say that the villain, he will never he might not be as bad as you think. He always has a good side. So that's how you play with the character, I think. Yeah.
I think because that is what happens in real life, right? I mean, just delving into politics a little bit, the same person can be loved or hated by different people, or loved or hated by the same people at the same time, because human beings are complex. So if your characters in your stories, maybe Natalie, just lending in my 2 cents, if they are complex and complicated, just like how real people are, that's when the stories become interesting, right? If everything is too black and white, then people don't believe in the story because it's just not real anymore. It becomes like I don't know, it becomes like a cartoon show lah, in a way. Ironically,
I would say that human is not perfect lah. So when you do stories, you have to like think of what happened the things that happened during his childhood time, that like influenced him when he grown up, things like that. So you can do some backstories. And one of the things that I did for most of my characters is that each of the character has some very weird habit or certain action, things like that. So whenever like okay, like maybe we will do like a character that like to eat certain food. Like let's say he like to eat apple, but he doesn't like to eat green apple, things like that. So you have to give a reason why
Mm.
he like red apple, things like that. Give him a
Mm.
reason.
So
Yeah.
you're kind of answering a little bit the next question, but anyway, I'll read it out. Hi, Michael. It's from Rima. As an artist, do you have tips on keeping up with current trends while still maintaining authenticity? So how to be current and authentic? Wow, again, very difficult question.
I would say current because there's so much info floating in internet. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say I would say uh it's actually quite tiring to like catch up the trend, but it's
Mm.
also exciting to see what's going on. Like even like when you're reading like a recent comics like manga like or animations, like the most current most popular one, let's say Chainsaw Man.
Mm, mm, mm.
The characteristic is very different from the usual manga that we read. So yeah, so I would try to read as many new content as possible. So to keep update with that.
Mm.
Did I
I
answer the
think the
question?
authenticity part you already answered before the earlier question.
Mm,
What makes something authentic is when it's real, right? So that is what authentic means, right? So
mm,
real in the real world means not perfect. Good guy can have bad traits. Bad guy can have good traits. You know, there is no such thing as 100% good guy or 100% bad guy. Everybody has a backstory. Everybody has a reason for liking or disliking something. So maybe Riman, that is how you maintain authenticity by keeping it as imperfect as possible. I would
mm.
say.
Yeah, I think so.
Again, I mean, what you do is really super, not just super awesome, but also super subtle in the sense that, again, when the guys ask these questions about authenticity, about current trends, what I love about your work is that it is not trying to be too current. He has his own story, and the stories are pretty evergreen, pretty timeless, right? Because if you're talking about from the beginning, when we started our chat, our sembang today, talk about Gengkey. It's about kids having fun. You will have kids having fun for until forever. Each generation will have its own version of fun, and then
Mm,
office survival is about surviving work. Maybe after this, people don't come to office so much, but people are still working remotely. They still work to survive, right? So the current trend is like you said just now, like Michael, you're not trying to tell. You don't have an agenda. You're just telling stories, right? And that what makes it authentic, lah.
yeah, I think so.
Sorry, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm just trying to kind of capture
Yes,
my
yes,
thoughts
yes,
because
yes.
after talking to you for 1 hour, again, what I've noticed is that, yeah, why the work resonates with me is because there is no agenda. It's just pure storytelling, and you can take whatever you want out of it, and each individual is free to take what they want out of it.
Yes, yes.
Anyway,
I think
any
other
more questions,
than
guys?
yeah, any question? Any question?
Our 11-year-old who got the poster loves the colors. Okay, that's not a question, that's a
Thank you so
statement.
much.
I
Thank you
think
so
he was
much.
really attracted to the colors. Yeah,
Hope
yeah,
he
yeah.
start
I'm
doing
getting it
coloring
framed,
as
Michael.
well.
I'm getting it framed. Yes, yes. Okay. Yes, Michael, you had something to say just now?
Uh, uh, what did I want to say?
Yeah, yeah. Before I interrupted you, sorry, man.
Eh,
I think I'll wrap it up by asking you for one final remark lah. In the sense that indeed, your story is such an inspiration, and for even an old fart like me, I am fascinated by what you've done, and I look forward to what you're going to be doing in the future. So tell us in a nutshell, in a sense that indeed, if anybody is listening here and they wanna be the next Michael Chuah, what would be that one advice that maybe the Michael Chuah of 2022 would have given the Michael Chuah of 2001 or whatever it was?
I would say don't give up. Don't give up so easily, especially when you're doing things that you like. It will takes time to develop, to reach to the right audience, I would say, because in the early days when I do Yuurei Neko Sama, the first year, I I produce merchandise and travel to different country. I don't get any sales. It's terrible. It's like the first event that toy event that I go when I only sold one action one vinyl figure of this Yuurei Neko Sama, and but I didn't give up. I keep doing it, staying in the market, talk to people, doing show, and on the second year, someone noticed my work, and yeah, from there, it start picking up, and especially like the event that I did last month, my solo show, it's like compilations of what I did for the throughout the 6 years, things I showcase in the show. So keep doing it. I would say that with internet right now, with all the social media, is very easy for you to reach to certain like certain platform that you like or certain audience that you like. But always be prepared. Always don't afraid to fail. I would say there's a lot of maybe young kids that fail one time, they will give up easily. But I would say if you love your work so much, even if you fail, you still do it. Yeah. So because you do it because you love it, not because you fail or people doesn't accept it. Just keep drawing it until you go to the if no one like it, you just go to the any platform. Just look for the audience that appreciate your work. I would say that that's because there's so many social media nowadays. If Instagram doesn't work, you can go Twitch. If Twitch doesn't work, you can go to TikTok. So just look for the right audience that love your work. And also other than spend your time in social media, I would say go out, meet people, talk to people.
In the real world,
That's the real world. That's the real world. That's where I survive. I in the old days I'm very shy. I don't dare to speak to anyone. So and I force myself to talk to strangers, to introduce myself or whatever. It's all right that people don't respond to you. It's all right, and it's all right that you don't speak well, because no one will remember it, only yourself. So keep improve it, because like I actually did a YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. The reason I do it is because I wanted to train myself to speak to cameras, and it also helped me to train myself to speak in on stage to the public as well. So YouTube is a thing that you are just facing the camera. There's no audience in front of it, but you have to act like you are talking to people. So that's the reason that I start doing YouTube. And the first sentence that I say, like, "Hey yo, I'm Michael Chuah." This sentence took me like 150 times to get it right. The first video I did, just the first sentence, it took me 150 times. So it's always very hard in the beginning. The more you do, and don't feel embarrassed, the more you do, you will be in a good place. I would say, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Michael. Words of wisdom, super awesome work, super creativity and imagination coming from you and sharing with the world. Thank you everyone for
you.
spending an hour plus with us today. We overran our time, Michael. I just couldn't help it because what you shared with us was so awesome and also so inspiring for artists, young artists out there, and also for parents. Yeah, you can make a good living like Michael. So don't worry if your child likes to draw on the walls or whatever.
Let them do it. Let them do it.
Will be their future career. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Until the next one. See you again.
Thank you.